You black, you dare come in here and hinder my business, you bitch.
Please let me out. What are you guys doing?
Stop it now!
Don't let me see your face again.
Plot twist story.
In the heart of New York City, nestled among the glimmering skyscrapers, stood La Belle Vie, a luxurious fine dining restaurant known for serving the city's elite. The elegant chandeliers, velvet chairs, and hushed conversations made it the perfect playground for those chasing wealth and power. Among the waitstaff was Sarah Mitchell, a young, ambitious server. With her blonde hair perfectly pinned and her bright smile practiced to perfection, Sarah believed she was destined for a life far greater than balancing trays and serving the rich. To her, the restaurant wasn't just a job, it was a hunting ground. Sarah had one rule: always aim for the rich, handsome clients, and that evening, her target walked through the door. Michael Carter, mid-30s, tall, impeccably dressed in a tailored suit, the type of man whose mere presence commanded attention. Known in the business world as a self-made millionaire, Michael was not only wealthy but strikingly handsome. Michael stepped into La Belle Vie alone, adjusting his cufflinks as his eyes scanned the grand dining hall. Sarah's gaze locked onto him immediately. This was the kind of man who tipped big and maybe, if she played her cards right, something more. A few steps behind, just outside the entrance, a pregnant black woman spoke softly on her phone. Her voice was calm but firm, exuding the quiet confidence of someone used to being in control. She placed a gentle hand on her growing belly and smiled. "Honey, go ahead. Grab us a table and order first. I'll finish this call and join you," she said, before hanging up. The woman was dressed modestly, a simple maternity dress paired with low heels, but there was an undeniable grace about her. Her name was Jasmine Carter. Few knew her, but those who did would tell you she was more than just Michael's wife. She was the CEO of one of the most powerful restaurant investment groups in the city. And tonight, she chose to observe, silently, from a distance. Michael entered first, his steps confident as he made his way to a premium table near the window. Sarah's eyes locked on him like a predator spotting easy prey. She immediately smoothed her uniform, checked her reflection in a polished silver tray, and approached with a sway in her hips, the perfect blend of grace and seduction. "Good evening, sir," she greeted, flashing her most alluring smile. "Welcome to La Belle Vie. Dining alone tonight?" Her voice dripped with honeyed sweetness, practiced to pull men in. Michael returned a polite smile, adjusting his cufflinks. "Actually, I've reserved a table for two." Sarah barely blinked. "Such a shame, a man like you shouldn't have to dine alone in a place like this," she purred, leaning closer so the subtle scent of her expensive perfume drifted around him. Michael stiffened but maintained his polite composure. "She's just finishing a call outside." Sarah's smile widened, seeing this as an opportunity. "While you're waiting, how about a glass of our house wine? Or maybe something a little stronger?" Her voice lowered, suggestive, and her fingers brushed dangerously close to Michael's hand. Michael cleared his throat and leaned back, visibly uncomfortable. "I'll pass." "Excuse me, where's the restroom?" Sarah smirked, mistaking his discomfort for bashfulness. "Down the hall to your right, sir. Take your time. I'll be right here when you get back." Her gaze followed him hungrily as he walked away. Michael shook his head as he left. He needed space fast. Moments later, Jasmine ended her call and entered the restaurant. The grand chandelier light illuminated her gentle yet powerful aura as she walked with measured grace. Before she could even fully step inside, Sarah, like a lioness guarding her prey, intercepted Jasmine with a professional but icy smile. "Can I help you?" Sarah asked coldly, her arms crossed as her eyes raked over Jasmine from head to toe, lingering pointedly on the pregnant belly. "I'm here to join someone," Jasmine answered calmly, chin held high. Sarah's scoff was loud enough to draw glances from nearby tables. We serve a certain clientele here. You might be more comfortable at the cafe across the street. Jasmine's jaw clenched, but her voice remained composed. No, I'm exactly where I need to be. Sarah sneered. Let me guess, you're with him, right? She tilted her head towards Michael's table, laughing cruelly. That's cute. Really? But trust me, sweetheart, he's already being, well, taken care of. Jasmine's eyes darkened. Taken care of by who exactly? By someone who fits better in this world, Sarah hissed, leaning in so close that Jasmine could smell her perfume. Someone like me. Jasmine stood firm. Please step aside. No, Sarah snapped. Frankly, you're making the other guests uncomfortable. She waved at two nearby security guards. Would you mind assisting this, lady? She's causing a scene. The guards approached, confused but obedient. Ma'am, is there a problem? Sarah smiled wickedly. Yes. This woman is harassing our patrons. Escort her outside. Jasmine's eyes flared. You have no idea what you're doing. Sarah leaned in, whispering venomously, No, you don't. This is my turf tonight. Jasmine's hand rested protectively over her belly. Touch me, and you'll regret it. Ignoring her, Sarah gave the guards a nod. Go ahead. Grab her arms. Gently, or not. The guards hesitated, but Sarah glared. Now. Rough hands grabbed Jasmine's arms, causing a few gasps from guests nearby. Jasmine winced but kept her gaze locked on Sarah. You're going to regret this. Regret? Sarah laughed bitterly. No, honey. You should have known your place. With a shove, one of the guards forced Jasmine back, almost causing her to stumble. Sarah made a mocking sound, Careful. Wouldn't want you falling, now would we? Just then a cold, booming voice echoed across the restaurant. What the hell is going on here? Heads turned. Michael was standing there, his face a mask of pure rage. Sarah spun around, instantly paling. Sir. I was just. Michael ignored her, his eyes locked on Jasmine and the guards still holding her. Let her go. The entire restaurant froze. The weight of Michael's voice sliced through the air. The security guards instantly released Jasmine, backing away in shock. Michael stormed forward, his face dark with anger. Without looking at Sarah, he wrapped an arm around Jasmine's trembling frame, steadying her. Are you all right? He asked, his tone soft only for her. Jasmine nodded faintly, but her jaw clenched with unspoken rage. Sarah stumbled forward, desperation creeping into her voice. Sir, I thought she was harassing you. She came uninvited. Michael's cold gaze snapped to Sarah. Uninvited, he repeated icily. That's interesting, because she's the reason I'm here tonight. Gasps rippled through the restaurant. Diners leaned in, sensing the shift. Sarah's face paled. Sir, I didn't know. She didn't look like she belonged here. Michael's lips curled into a bitter smile. And you assumed you had the right to decide that? Sarah's voice cracked. I was just trying to protect our guests. Michael let out a low, humorless chuckle. Protect them? From my wife? The room went silent. Wife? Sarah echoed, her voice barely above a whisper. Michael nodded, his arm tightening protectively around Jasmine. Yes. My wife. Jasmine Carter. Sarah swayed on her feet, shock washing over her face. Michael turned toward the crowd, his voice rising. And while we're at it, Jasmine isn't just my wife. He paused, his next words striking like thunder. She's also the CEO of Carter Holdings, the parent company that owns this restaurant and over 50 more like it in this city. The room erupted with gasps. Forks dropped. Faces turned pale. Sarah staggered back. No, that's not possible. Jasmine finally spoke, her voice steady and cutting. Possible? Why? Because I don't fit your shallow image of power? Because you mistook my silence for weakness? Sarah's eyes welled with tears. I didn't know. Jasmine stepped forward, her tone icy. But you assumed. You laid your hands on me. You put my child at risk, because you thought you could flirt your way into a better life. She glanced at the dumbstruck diners. All while humiliating the very person signing your paycheck. Sarah dropped to her knees. Please. I didn't mean it. I didn't know. Michael's voice boomed again. And what if she wasn't my wife? What if she was just another customer you looked down on? How many others have you treated this way? The restaurant manager, Victor, appeared ghostly pale. Mr. Carter. Mrs. Carter. I swear, I had no idea. Michael silenced him with a glare. That's the problem, Victor. You should have known. Victor fumbled. I'll fire her immediately. Jasmine's eyes gleamed with quiet fury. Do it. And make sure every staff member here learns what respect truly means. Sarah sobbed loudly. Please. I'll lose everything. Jasmine turned away. You lost the moment you thought belittling another human being was part of your job. Victor nodded, signaling the guards. Remove her. The guards, now sheepish, grabbed Sarah and led her out as she screamed apologies no one cared to hear. Once the doors slammed shut, Michael exhaled, his hand rubbing Jasmine's back. Soft applause broke out, hesitant at first, then growing as the room realized the depth of what they witnessed. Michael guided Jasmine to their reserved table, pulling out her chair gently. Victor approached nervously. Mrs. Carter, your private suite is ready. Jasmine shook her head. No. We stay here. Among everyone. Michael smiled proudly. Let them see what true power looks like. And they dined, in the center of the restaurant, where every eye watched not a spectacle, but a lesson no one would forget. That night, La Bellevue witnessed a lesson no amount of fine wine or gourmet cuisine could overshadow, a moment that exposed the ugly face of prejudice and reminded everyone in that room of a simple, unshakable truth: respect is earned by how we treat others, not by appearances or assumptions. For Sarah, it was a harsh price to pay. Her dreams of climbing the social ladder by chasing after wealthy men shattered in a single night. But for the rest of the staff, the lesson hit deeper. Every uniformed server, every manager, every silent onlooker realized they could have easily been in her shoes. Jasmine Carter, calm and regal, dined openly with Michael. Not in the private suite, not hidden away from stares, but right there, center stage. She didn't need a throne or a title shouted across the room, her poise and dignity said it all. True power, she proved, comes not from wealth or status but from knowing your worth, and never allowing anyone to strip it away. That night, the restaurant's atmosphere changed. Whispers turned into thoughtful glances. And for days, the story spread like wildfire, not just within the walls of La Bellevue, but across the city. People didn't just talk about the millionaire's wife, they remembered the pregnant black woman who walked in quietly, and left commanding the entire room. And maybe, just maybe, the next time a woman walks into a restaurant, dressed modestly and carrying a child, people will think twice before judging her worth. What about you? If you were there that night, what would you have done? Would you have spoken up, or stayed silent like the others? Let us know what you think about this story. Drop your thoughts in the comments below, we're reading every single one of them. And if you enjoyed this powerful story of respect, love, and justice, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Join us for more inspiring tales that remind us, the world might judge us by what's outside, but true worth always reveals itself in the end. This is Plot Twist Story, where every ending is more shocking than the last. See you in the next one.